Of course, all the world is talking about our newest hero, Tiger Woods.
Wood. You're right. He is not black.
First
Masters
golf tournament, and the first someone of
color,
not the Caucasian race,
right,
to ever win that tournament.
Right.
We are still trying to determine exactly what his race is.
I believe he's Chinese. That's my theory.
Because at first they were saying he's the first African American, but today the list was about as long as my arm of what
how do you get that? How do you get that? He's black, he's Chinese, and he's
Asian, he's black, and he's American Indian.
Right.
It's like 3 people made this
him.
guy.
Yeah, he's everything.
So anyway, Tiger Woods making history in a number of ways. Not only did he win and is the first person, a non-white person, to win the Masters, but he won it by the largest margin.
It's like these white guys.
The lowest score.
These white guys have been playing golf for so long, and none of them ever were able to score this. Ever. And evidently he hits the ball so far on the first tee off, or whatever the hell they call it. I could care less about golf. Golf is for idiots. But he hits the ball so far that if it's a par 5, he's already almost in the hole by the first shot.
Right. He has to hit it far less than any other golfer in order to get it in, and nobody can keep up with him in that.
And you have to say, well, where were these white guys? They play every day.
They were slacking off.
Right.
Because there was no competition. They said, why should we work hard? Now they're all being left in the dust.
I think the villain in all of this, is the father.
The villain?
Yes.
Why is there a villain?
Oh, wait, you'll see.
This is a happy story.
No, you'll see. That Tiger Woods, he's going to be like that Andre Agassi.
You think he's going to spin out of control for a while?
Oh, yeah.
And then hit a slump like Andre. First he was winning. Then all of a sudden, he wants to play and party and not be so focused on his sport.
Right.
Go off and have a good time for a while.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, after he's lost some of his skills, then he wants to cut his hair and rededicate himself to his game.
Exactly. That's right. I have 2 words for you. Gary Coleman. Same thing.
Gary Coleman.
Right. Never had a childhood and then went wild.
Maybe Michael Jackson. But
whatever. But the father, you always, I don't know. You'll always, how do I see an analogy there? I believe that this Tiger Woods, with the big smile every minute, has a lot of pain. This father, every minute the commentator's going, tough love, tough love. You know what tough love means? Lousy father. And he's thanking the father every minute because he's still under the father's thumb. But if he's smart, he'll hold on to his money, not hand it over to his old man. And you'll start to see that this Tiger Woods is hostile to his father. And he will, like Andre Agassi, he will lose his eye of the tiger, pardon the pun, and he will go off the deep end.
Well, it's just funny to me, every article has to mention his father prominently. The Daily News starts off an article this morning by saying Tiger Woods' father once said that the golfing phenom would change the course of humanity.
Well, listen, let me tell you something. Golf is never going to change anything between you and me. If anybody thinks race relations are going to get better in this country because of golf, you're on a high.
You know what? What really pisses me off is this guy was well prepared for his sport, and he won because of the way he was raised and the way he was taught to play this game.
Right, which is not important.
Doesn't mean anything to anybody else who's sitting in the middle of a ghetto on welfare with no parents.
That's right. Soon you're going to find a 3-wood in Daddy's Schwinkter. Well, you'll see. This daddy must have driven this kid nuts. Your father was better.
Oh, stop it. I wouldn't say that. I didn't come out with any skill or any money.
Here's a tape, Tiger Woods high school golf coach. Play it, Fred.
There's
proof.
Who's that supposed to be?
Tiger Woods high school golf coach.
Oh, dear. Anyway, here is Tiger Woods.
Oh, you have tape of him.
Yeah, this week has been very special. I played well for 63 holes. exclude my 40th on Thursday. But overall, this is a week I'll never forget.
I told you he's not a black guy.
I beg your pardon.
Does this sound like a black guy, Robin?
Do I sound like a black guy?
Well, you're not black. You're an Indian.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
I've said that for years.
Here we go again.
He sounds like Donald Trump, this Tiger Woods.
But that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
Here's some of the applause. This is the kind of ovation he was hearing as he continued to eat up the course in Augusta, Georgia.
Where did Tiger play? I mean, when he was a kid growing up, was he allowed to play somewhere?
I really don't know that much about him. I mean, he was an amateur and he played all over the place. So, you know, and by the time he got to the point where he was playing, there were a lot of black players who had come before him.
I see.
Here are a couple of the other golfers who were playing with him over the weekend. Here's Nick Price.
We've all known this is the kind of game that he's got, and when he's got all his ducks in a row, he's going to shoot these kind of numbers. I don't think it really matters on which golf course it is. It's just some golf courses are going to be more suited to him than others.
In other words, you're never going to win again. Imagine how these other guys feel.
Right. All of them are saying, you know, we're playing for the silver medal for the rest of our career.
Yeah, I mean, we're never going to win another golf tournament.
Unless this guy hits some kind of
Unless they chop his arm off.
an obstacle that he can't get over.
Right.
You know, like his personal life takes over and starts to distract him or something like that.
See,
they're playing for second place.
If I was the other golfers, I'd chip in and get the best whore on the planet to screw this guy's head up.
Turn his
head,
right.
Huh? Come on, baby. We're going to go have some real fun. You want to put something in a hole? Get here.
And here is Tom Kite. I think he's the golfer who came in second.
Okay.
I don't care what race he is. That doesn't really have... That doesn't matter to me.
Okay, suddenly nobody cares about what race he is. Suddenly nobody cares.
I mean, he's a golfer. You know, he's a person. He's a great kid. He's a nice person. He's
so is Ricky
very
Schroeder.
High standard.
Now no one cares about race. The whole country's racist. No one cares about it.
No, but the point is, I mean, how can you hold this guy back?
That's right.
You can't keep him off the golf course because
can't?
he's black, so you might as well not care.
Well, maybe we ought to return to that. That way other people can make a living.
So we're going to have to deal with him. He's just that good.
Right. All right. Maybe he should have to play blindfolded.
Now we're going to start giving him obstacles. The other guys never had to do that.
Didn't you say they're going to start redesigning the golf courses for Tiger Woods?
That's what some of the commentators were saying yesterday during the game. They said maybe they're going to have to toughen up this course.
Right.
Because, you know, look at the way he's just plowing through it. Nothing is a problem to him.
But, Robin, in all seriousness, to change a course would be so difficult. Why not just give him some ludes and make him play on a drug? Or let him shoot from the parking lot.
Or, you know, tie his hands.
Yeah.
Blurry glasses.
Yeah, give him 3D glasses. We got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.